All right, family. So, welcome back to I Love Me, Me, Me. Today's question of the day is, how will a man change for a woman that he sees a future with? And of course, I have some tips for you guys. I always do. And today I have 8 of them. It is no different. So, I'm going to go ahead and jump into them. The very first one is that he will start to get his credit and his finances together if he sees a future with you, or if he just knows that he is in the mindset of wanting a relationship, and not only just wanting a relationship, wanting a healthy relationship with the woman that he will choose. So he will definitely start to get his credit and his finances in order, especially if they are super out of order, or if he just wants to make them better, right? So the next thing that he will do, he will start using the terms us and we. So a lot of times you can tell when a guy is just not ready for a relationship, and definitely not ready for a relationship with you, and definitely does not see a future with you if he is still using the I and me terms. When he's speaking to you about his future endeavors, he's saying like, I'm gonna buy a house, or I'm gonna take that vacation, or or me and my friends, things like that. If he's not saying we, I can't wait to see what we're gonna do in the future, or something with the terms of we and us, then more than likely he's not seeing a future with you. And actually, I'm letting that bus go by. So anyway, actually, I do have a previous video that says, give you the signs to see if a guy sees a future with you. And of course, I will link that down in the description box below and above, somewhere around the first minute. So probably about now, I'll link it. Anyway, so I'm gonna move on. So the second thing again is he's using terms of us and we. The third thing is that now he is making future plans for you guys. So how sometimes you think about things that you want to do in the future, like months later, or even like a year or two later. If he is seeing a future with you and he sees a life with you, this is another change that he will start to make. He will start to actually have future plans for you guys. Maybe there is a wedding coming up in 6 months or a year, and he's saying stuff like, we're gonna go, I can't wait till my family meets you, I can't wait till they get to see this beautiful person that you are. Just things like that. Again, he's making future plans with you. And it could be a future vacation, just future things. You will hear him say us and we, and then again on top of that, future plans. Okay, so the fourth thing is that he is already acting as if he is tied to you. Now, what I mean by that is that pretty much he has already forsaken all of the extracurricular activities, meaning women, or he's already started to clean out his email. He started to clean out his text messages. He started to clean out his phone book. He's cleaning out all of those things because he is already acting as if he's tied to you, meaning tied to you future. That's what I mean by that, meaning both of y'all are wearing a wedding ring future. That's what I mean by that. He's already acting as if you are a part of him and he is a part of you, and you guys are already growing together. It's just some other things that need to be into play. It might be a timing thing. It might be somewhat of a money issue, why he hasn't taken the next step. But anyway, he's already acting as if he's already tied to you, or the woman that he sees a future with, okay? The fifth thing is that he will start to, honestly, he literally will, ladies, he will start to include you in his world more often. Now, I know that we have a tendency to think that, men are selfish, or just don't want to include us into the world, into their world, or they're being, what's the word I'm looking for? Secretive, or whatever the word is. And once he starts to see that you, or that he wants you to be a part of his world, this is another change that you will see. Maybe before he wasn't really sharing much of his like insecurities or passions or goals, or basically anything that could make him look quote unquote bad, or make him look weak, take away from his manliness. Then he'll start to let down his guard more, and he will actually let you into his world. He'll let you know the projects that he's working on. He'll let you know about his family and some of the issues that all of us seem to have in all of our families. He'll start to let you in on his finances. He'll start to let you in and ask for help with different things. So he'll start to include you in his world more often. Now, the sixth thing that he will do, the change, is that he will make when he sees a future or a life with a woman that he wants a life with is that he will make sure that you pass his test. Yeah, I got quiet because even though he may not be doing this on a conscious level, and women do this as well, but specifically for this video, he might not be doing it on a conscious level, putting you through tests. However, when something does not go your way, or say for instance he had to cancel a date last minute, okay, and then instead of you huffing and puffing, just kind of go along with the flow and let him know it's okay, and hopefully he's man enough to at least cancel for whatever reason, and then make a future date with you instead of leaving you hanging or never hearing from you again. He will definitely make sure that you will be passing his test. And again, it might not be a conscious thing that he's doing, but there are definitely tests that we all put our future or potential spouses and partners through. And again, most of the time we don't do it on a conscious level. It's a subconscious thing that we do. Or when things don't go your way, then we see how you are acting. So if you are acting like a spoiled little brat, 9 times out of 10, I don't want you in my future, because everything is not going to go your way. That's just not the way that life happens. Things are going to occur, and there are going to be times where you are not going to get your way. And so I can't have you in my life, and he's not going to want to have you in his life if you are always constantly nagging about a situation, or kind of huffing and puffing because things didn't go your way, or just kind of being whiny or whatever. So you just have to keep that in mind, that he's going to make sure that you pass this test, okay? All right, number 7 is that he will stop or really start to choose you more than he's choosing his boys. And so you really have to start thinking about and just watching. Really, you don't have to say much at all. All of these things that I'm mentioning today, you will just notice, and you will watch and see him just doing things differently. That's basically all it boils down to. That's not something that you have to consciously mention or say that, yeah, I'm noticing that you've been not hanging with your boys more. It's just going to be a natural occurring thing. It's not going to be something that you have to force. And a lot of people, or a lot of women, or well, people in general, really, we just try to force these relationships when we need to walk away from them. And honestly, I have another video that I've already done, how to differentiate men from boys, or actually is how to differentiate boys from men. Anyway, I will link that here, and then definitely down in the description box below as well. So after this video, which is almost over, then you guys can go ahead and watch that video, especially if this is your very first time here and you have not seen that video already. That's definitely going to give you an insight if you are dating a boy or you are dating a man. So check that out. Now, to finally wrap this up, the 8th thing that a guy will change for a woman that he sees a life with is he will definitely protect and honor her name. So what I mean by that is sometimes we have a tendency to get with these partners or spouses that not necessarily your family is in agreement with, for whatever reason. It doesn't matter why they don't support that relationship, or why they don't actually like your partner. It does not matter the reason. But if your spouse, if your potential spouse is cleaving to you, if they are protecting your name, if they're not letting anybody bash your name and bash your character, then honestly they are a keeper. Because what we fail to realize, or what most of us fail to realize, is that God actually told us once we choose a wife, once we choose a husband, we're actually cleaving to that person. You have to get away from your parents, and that's basically the way that God intended it for, intended things to happen, which is your parents raise you, and then when you find your spouse, when you found your husband, when you find your wife, then it is time for you to cleave to that person. And so that doesn't necessarily mean that you're always going to get along with your in-laws, and that doesn't necessarily mean that they're always going to like you. But if your partner is basically, they got your back, then there really should be nothing to worry about, because at the end of the day, you're not sleeping with you're not sleeping with your in-laws. All right, so hopefully these 8 tips have helped you out today. Definitely give me thumbs up if you like this video. Of course, you will see me here tomorrow. If this is your very first time here, definitely go ahead and subscribe, hitting that red subscribe button or the icon with my lovely face, because here at I Love Me, I am supplying you guys with all of the tips and tools in order to have happy, healthy, romantic relationships, so we can decrease that divorce rate. You know, that is definitely a goal of mine. and I want to bring you guys along that journey. I will see you tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow, another day. All right, bye.